Welcome to part 4 of this beginner's crochet along to make a standard size Weebee doll. Links to part 1, 2 and 3 can be found in the description box below. In this part I will be showing you how to make a Weebee doll arm. As with the parts we previously made, we're going to be starting with a magic circle. Again, there is a link to the magic circle tutorial in the beginner's PDF, pattern PDF. So, I'm going to start with a single crochet and mark that first stitch, as we'll be working in continuous spirals again. We're going to work 5 further single crochet into the magic circle, or magic ring as it's referred to in the pattern. So that's 6 stitches in total, 6 single crochet into the magic ring, and we'll close that up. Okay, for round 2 you're going to be working 2 single crochet into each stitch around, a total of 12 stitches. So I'm making that first stitch, marking that first stitch, making a second single crochet into that first stitch. Can be a bit fiddly. Okay, that's 2 in that one. 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12. So that's 12 stitches for round 2. Removing the stitch marker. You're going to be working single crochet in each stitch around, totaling 12 stitches. So just straightforward single crochet in each stitch around. Okay, so that's round 3 done. Just pull on the tail and make sure that that hole is closed at the top. So for round 4 we're going to be working 3 half double crochet into the first stitch. This will help to form the hand shaping. I used to call it thumb shaping, but that seemed to confuse people. So they used to think that it defined the thumb somehow, but it doesn't. It just gives the hand some shape, and I'll show you that later. Okay, so it's 3 half double crochet in that first stitch, and single crochet in each remaining stitch around, totaling 14 stitches. So we're increasing by 2 in the first stitch with the 3 half double crochet, and then single crochet in the remaining 11 stitches, in a total of 14. Okay, for round 5 you're going to be single crocheting in the first stitch, Then you're going to work a single crochet decrease, so an SC2 tog as it's written in the pattern, over the next two. So it's front loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then then chain 1, which counts as a stitch in this round. And then you single crochet in each of the remaining 11 stitches for a total of 14, including the chain 1. Again, this all shapes the hand and the arm, and you'll see that as you continue to work it. Okay, so for round 6 you're going to be single crocheting in each stitch around, including that chain 1 space, so you'll end up with 14 stitches again. Okay, so now we're going to change the colour for the arm. If you're just working the standard size doll and just want a whole naked doll, just ignore the next colour change round and continue to work round 7 as normal. But if you're changing the colour, you need to fasten off the skin tone and undo that last stitch again, just like we did on the neck of the doll. Single crochet, so start a single crochet, go into the stitch and pull through the yarn, and then finish off the stitch with the new colour, just as in a traditional colour change to start with. Again, if the next instructions you can't manage to crochet slip stitch loosely enough, then just continue with round 7 as normal. But if you can do this technique, it's a very smooth transition. So you're going to slip stitch into that first stitch there and mark off that slip stitch, and it's slip stitching into the back loops only of the previous round. So slip stitch into the back loop, pull up that loop and pull it through. Remember to keep your tension really loose, your gauge really loose, so that the yarn is really flowing very freely and easily into those stitches. You can see I'm going in, pulling it right up and through that loop, right up and through, keeping those slip stitches nice and loose so that it doesn't draw in and misshape the arm, because it should be exactly the same width around as the last round, and you should be able to easily work into those slip stitches on the next round. Okay, so working up to the end here. Last one. And we're done. So remove the stitch marker from that first slip stitch, pull those tails tight, and then work the single crochet in the first stitch of round 7 into the back loop only of that slip stitch and mark off that stitch. Okay. Then you're going to work a single crochet 2 together, but instead of using the front loops, you're going to use the back loops only of those next two slip stitches. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but you only have to do it the once on both arms. So back loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay. Then a single crochet into the back loops only of the remaining 11 stitches, giving you 13 in total. So into the back loops of those slip stitches. And this will give you that nice clean colour change on the arms. Right, so I'm going to pull those tails for the colour change a bit tighter. Okay, and then I'm going to just tie them in a little knot behind. Just to keep that colour change nice and neat so nothing comes unravelled. And I'm going to just tuck the tails into the hand. Like so. Okay, putting the yarn back on the hook. And I'm going to single crochet in each stitch around. 1, mark off that first stitch, again always really important. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Round 9 you're going to decrease again, so it's a front loop this time, front loop, first stitch, front loop of the second stitch, pull through 2, pull through 2, and you've decreased by 1, and then single crochet in each of the remaining stitches around, giving you a total of 12 for round 9. Okay, for rounds 10 to 14 you're just going to be single crocheting in each stitch around for 12 stitches. So just straightforward single crochet in each stitch around for rounds 10 to 14. Okay, so I'll meet you back up when we've finished round 14, and then we will stuff the arm. Okay, so this is the one I made before. I'm just going to show you the shaping now. You can see that it's quite flat. It's not stuffed completely and really tightly. It's stuffed flat so that the arm sits by the side of the body. This is so if you make the clothing to fit, the arms will go in easily. So you don't need very much stuffing. You want to stuff the bottom of the hand tightly, or fairly tightly, but still keeping that sort of flat shape so that the thumb, or that hand shaping that you'll see there, the little nub where you did the 3 half double crochet, is defined. Sort of stuffing it so that it's flat and will lie against the side of the body. when you sew it on. Okay, happy with that. You notice at the top of the arm there's very little stuffing at all, so it's fuller at the bottom, very much less full at the top, like that. Okay. Right. So for round 15, you're just going to be decreasing all the way around. So front loop only, pull through 2, pull through 2, decrease by 1. This is taking you from the 12 stitches down to 6 at the top of the arm. So front loop only, pull through 2, pull through 2, front loop only, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, all the way around to give you 6 stitches for round 15. Okay, so you're going to fasten off, leaving a long tail, so that we can sew the arm closed and then into place on the doll's body. Okay, so I'm going to fasten off by pulling the arm through the last loop on the hook and pull my stitch marker out. Then I'm going to take my darning needle and attach it to the tail. And just as we did on the head, we're going to weave through the front loops only of each stitch around in that last round. Okay. And we'll pull tight. You can see it's flat at the top, thicker at the bottom. The shape of the arm. And then those are ready to sew on to the doll's body. Okay, so the arm's sewn on 2 rounds beneath the neck, which you should be able to identify given the colour change. And they're sewn through stitches on the body, through the stitches at the top of the arm, using a whip stitch. And remember to make sure that the thumb shaping on the hand, those 3 half double crochet, are at the front when you sew the arm on. You can see the little nub there on the left. So I'm working it through all the time. Stitches on the body, stitches on the arm. I'll go all the way around the top, and the side at the top, and then I'm going to pass my needle through to go underneath, so I can 3 stitches underneath, on the body, and on the arm, working all the way around to create a nice secure attachment. All the way around back to where we started from. Okay, you can see that arm sitting at the side of the body in shape. Now to fasten off, pass the yarn underneath the arm. Okay, and then tie a little knot for one of the stitches right next to where the arms come out. We'll pass it through a couple of times to make a little knot. And 3 times with this one. Put it nice and tight, right up under the arm. Okay, unless you have a knot, but what you can do, just like we did with the head, is pass the yarn through the body and the needle and pull that little knot inside the doll's body. The knot disappears. Continue to feed the tail through the body, out of the foot, and cut off just like we did for the head, and then you can just sew on the other arm on the opposite side in the same way. And congratulations, you now have a Weebee doll. Next, for the hair cap, there's a link to part 5 in the description box below.